like Diddy fame. Don't be trying to label me from City Twins to Vera Wayne. These Kirk Franklin, Cardi B. On these people watch and see. Wait for your time to eat. All this positivity. Look where I'm doing. Tivity. All this positivity. Tivity. Look where I'm going. Moni preach.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moni's Table. I'm your girl Moni. Before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that little bell that's beside the subscribe button, and you will receive instant notifications of when I upload a new video, because a lot goes down at the table, so you don't want to miss it. Today is June 5th, 2020. I am 4 months post-op on today. So I was supposed to upload a video on Wednesday telling you the pros of VSG. Y'all, I was just tired. I just been tired this week. And I've been having a lot going on. A lot of good things, but a lot of things. Let me get a drink of water. I'm so thirsty, y'all. It's hot in VA. It's hot. It's hot. It's just... So yeah, so I was just like, well, when I do my post-op update, I will just include that in this video. So if you're new here, let me give you just some statistics about myself. I had VSG surgery on February the 5th, 2020. When I started this journey, it was at the end of November, the beginning of December. On December 1st, I was 352 pounds. On my surgery date on February 5th, I was 318 pounds, and today I'm 249 pounds. At the beginning of the month, I had weighed in at 249, and I'm still there. I think I lost a couple of ounces, which I know I don't pay attention to that. My goal is to get out of 249 this month, so I need to lose about 10 pounds, which I know I can. I've been constantly losing weight, so I know it's going to happen. I do incorporate fasting, intermittent fasting, sometimes full day fasting, water fasting, dry fasting, all of that. And I also do a lot of low carb. I am sodium sensitive. My days off from the fast, I try to get in little to no sodium. And I'm getting used to the taste of meat without salt. It's not the easiest thing to get used to, but it's definitely worth it because I don't like retaining water. I do plan on doing a video celebrating me losing over 100 pounds since VSG journey. Of course, I've lost more because my highest was 369 pounds. But I'm working on a little, celebratory video, So the pros of VSG. A couple of weeks ago, well, last week actually, I did the cons of VSG. Now, even though the pros may seem like they're less as far as the amount or the number than the cons, you balance it out, it's just you get more from the pros than you do from the cons, okay? So one of the pros of VSG is the restriction. Now, mind you, some of the pros for me may not be pros for another VSG or bariatric patient. We're all different, so some things that may have seemed difficult for someone else may actually have been good for me. So I want y'all to keep that in mind when you're trying to make your decision on if you're going to get VSG or if you're not. Remember, we all are different. What's pros to me may be cons to you. So we have to make sure we remember that when we're making decisions for our own bodies, okay? So I'm going to tell you the pros for me. The restriction. And I'm not sure, but I think I put that in the cons too. Well, I put in the cons, but I said because you can't eat everything you want or what you used to eat. But that's actually a pro as well, because that's the reason you get the surgery, to restrict you from eating stuff that you're not supposed to eat. I have no problem losing weight. I know how to lose because it's something I've done over and over again, which is the benefit of being a yo-yo dieter. I know what works for me. I know what doesn't work. I know what foods I can eat. I know what foods will cause me to, my weight to shoot up. I already know all this. I really do know my body. I really do know what type of eating plans work for me because I have done this so many times. So, you know, there's a blessing in everything. Restriction is definitely a pro because it will help me be able to maintain what I lost easier as far as physically. Now, your mental, of course, has to catch up with your physical. Well, you can still stall your weight, you can still gain weight back, all of that. So it has to catch up. So that's definitely a pro for me because I feel like it's a tool that can help me not just lose the weight, because I already know how to do that, but maintain what I've lost and not go backwards. A friend of mine, very special friend, he had told me, because I had went through my closet and got rid of, took out all the stuff I couldn't fit anymore, and then some stuff I just didn't want, took out all that, cleared my closet out. I was going to donate some to Goodwill, the stuff that I'm not giving to, you know, someone else. I was going to donate it to Goodwill, but because of everything that's going on, they're not accepting donations, which is understandable. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Because I got like 5 or 6 bags of stuff, and then I have stuff in the car. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? And he was like, you might just have to throw it away. You might just have to throw it away. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw it away. He was like, well, are you going to go backwards? He said it might be a freeing thing for you to just throw it away because you're not going backwards. You're never going to fit in them again. He was like, just throw them away. And when he said that, it resonated with me, especially mentally. I'm like, you know what, you're right. So I'm just going to throw them away, you know, and give away the ones that people have already asked for or whatever. Yes, that's definitely a pro, is getting into smaller size clothing. Even when my scale is not moving, my clothes are definitely fitting better. I'm definitely getting to smaller size clothes, like in this clip right here. Okay, so now on this side, you see the before pic of these pants. And I think I have to check the date to see what's the time lapse, and I'll make sure I put it around this area of the video to let you know the time lapse between the before and the after. As you see, before I could not button them, I could not zip them. These are snaps, so as soon as I would try to button them, they'll just snap and pop loose. But now I can snap them and zip them. They a little too tight still, but it's showing that progress is being made, okay? But they got my butt looking like crazy flat because they're too tight. So I will, you know, if you want to wear stuff like this, do your thing, girl. But for me, no. I actually want these to fit a little baggy, you know. I like the baggy bottoms, fitted top type of look. That's just my style. For some things, of course. So yeah, she's getting into her gold clothes, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. Bye. The first picture and the last picture are only 2 weeks apart. Only 2 weeks. So before I couldn't button those pants. I mean, I can button them, but I couldn't zip them. And then even though I had them buttoned, they would pop a loose because they were the snap type of buttons. So any wrong movement, they would pop a loose. But I definitely couldn't get them zipped. So then 2 weeks after that, I was able to zip them. And I actually wore them yesterday. They weren't too tight. They weren't uncomfortable. They weren't popping loose. Another pro is just how I feel on the inside. Like, I just feel better on the inside. I feel healthier. I feel like I'm more energized. Like when I start getting tired during the day, it's because I should be getting tired. But usually I'm up around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up until it's time to go to bed, you know. So I feel better on the inside, like health-wise. I can go up a flight of stairs and I'm not feeling like I'm about to have a heart attack or sweating like crazy. So that's definitely a pro. Another one is being able to get off medications. I know this is a pro for a lot of people because I know some people who've had the surgery and they were actually able to get off their diabetes medication, or at least get it where they're not taking so many after the surgery, like before they even leave the hospital. They were able to get off those type of medications. So that's definitely a pro. I felt so victorious when I tossed my blood pressure medication in the trash. It's probably the same way I feel about them clothes. Like, get out of here, size 26s. Last but not least, and I know I probably forgot some, so if you have any pros that I did not mention in this video, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. Another pro for me is just the confidence that I have, like, within myself. And not just confidence as far as physical, because I always felt attractive, you know. That's never been like, I've never been the type that, I don't feel attractive today. I've always felt attractive, even with the weight, even at my highest weight. But my confidence with knowing if I did this, then all my other goals and dreams and aspirations, I can accomplish them. If this was something that was the hardest thing for me to do, it's something I've been trying to accomplish really all my life. So once I accomplish this, like, nothing can hold me back. Like, I know I can accomplish anything. Right? So it definitely builds your confidence. And that's not only with VSG, that's with any type of weight loss journey. Like, it will build your confidence. Every time I was on a weight loss journey, my confidence, like, skyrocketed. It's just I didn't have the mental mindset to keep going and not to turn to food for comfort. Many of us, even if you don't want to admit it, are addicted to food. We use it for comfort. We use it to cope. We use it, you know, some of us are emotional eaters where it don't matter which emotion it is. You be happy, sad, bored, whatever emotion it is, like, I need some food. You know, addictions are real, and sometimes I don't think people realize that, especially if they never had a weight problem. I don't think they really realize when they look at a person who's overweight, they don't realize that it's the actual mental addiction. Food was definitely a comfort for me because the different situations that I went through in my life, which I will talk about that in a separate video. So it definitely helps you cope with that addiction if you take care of your mental. If you don't take care of your mental, we see it all the time on shows like My 600 Pound Life, and then sometimes I be watching UK shows, My Food Addiction and stuff like that. It's mental. So if you don't get your mental straight, it don't matter what surgery you have, it's not gonna work. So you have to get your mental straight, which is why I lean and depend on God so much, because he helps keep this right up there, you know. It helps keep it right. That is most of the pros that I've noticed right now. Now, once I get down even more, I'm sure there'll be even more pros added to the list. As of right now, at 249 and coming from 352, that is the pros that I've had experienced so far. I will revisit this video again and the cons one later on once I get down some more, because, you know, I know life is going to change then. I'm working on some things, so we will see. But I thank you all so much for watching. I thank you all so much for your love and support. Until we meet again, may God be with you and may heaven smile upon you. Be blessed. Bye.